My name is Tamara and welcome to my channel Beauty by T. So a little bit about myself, I'm a Mexican YouTuber, so all my videos are in Spanish and I decided to do this one in Spanish and in English so I can show you the new white chocolate bar from Too Faced, which I have here with me and I'm super excited. So this is what it looks like. It has 16 colors. And this is coming out the 23rd on Sephora. So you're gonna ask me like, why do you have this palette so early? That is because I follow Trend Mood, as most of you follow her. She's amazing. And I saw an update on this palette letting us know this was available in Selfridges. Selfridges is a store they have in the UK. So even though I live in Mexico, I was like, okay, I need to get this palette like early, like I need to do my review. And I went online, I ordered my palette, it arrived to the States, and then they sent it to me from there. And then we realized, I think the palette was leaked. So I was one of the lucky ones who got it before everybody because I was very fast purchasing it. So that is why I have it that early. So the first time I saw this palette, I was not very convinced that I wanted it or not because the colors are very pastel and you have like this glitter infused black and like, I was not very into this palette at first when I saw it. But then I was like, okay, I love this one. I love this one. I love these one. And I have all of the Too Faced palettes, so I was like, okay, I need it. I need to do a review with it. And that is why I got it. Because honestly, first impressions, like seeing it like this, the colors don't call me that much. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. And then I got it. I also have here with me this little palette, which is the white chocolate chip. And this was released a couple of months ago on Sephora. And this has 11 shadows. And I was honestly very intrigued to see if these two looked alike. And guess what? 10 from the 11 shadows in here are in this palette. So if you have the little one, you might not need the big one. And honestly, this was a very disappointing for me, and I think it's gonna be very disappointing for most of you as well, because I was expecting this to be like new shades, like better formula, because this honestly is not my favorite palette. So these shadows are not very good. They're very like glitter infused, and I don't think the application is nice. I do not think they look nice on the eyes. And I was reading on Sephora, and this palette has 2.7 stars and 720 reviews. So that is not good. Most of the people said this was not good quality, like the shadows were not pigmented enough. Like you only have 4 mattes here and they're like really, really light. So this for me was not a good palette. This did not work for me. And I'm really intrigued to see if these two are the same formula. So first of all, I'm gonna show you how to get this eye look that I did right here. It's a really simple eye look. I really like it, and I like the pop of color with the green on the bottom. So I'm gonna zoom you in and I'm gonna show you how to do this eye look, so keep on watching. So as you can see, this palette has 16 colors. They're kind of light and kind of pastel. And we're gonna start with the color Glaze. We're just gonna set our concealer with this color to start off the eye look. And we are gonna start this eye look with the color Cake Batter. So I'm blending this color all over my crease, and I'm not being very precise with this color. The only bad thing about this one is that I had to go in 3 times to pick up more color, so the color would show up on my very pale skin. There goes the 3rd time, and I think the 3rd time was a charm, and it looks really good right now. After, I'm gonna go with this color called Chocolate Syrup, which is one of my absolute favorite ones in this palette. But as you can see, the pigment is not there. So I have to go 2 times again to build up this color. And I'm placing this on my crease, but I'm placing it like lower. Now I'm going in with smoked sea salt, which I really love this color, but you have to build it up again a lot. So I have to go in 3 times to build up the color, and I'm just trying to smoke out a little bit this look. So I'm placing this in the outer corner, and there it goes, finally some pigment. So they blend out nicely, but you don't get a lot of color payoff. And I'm just gonna blend. Then I'm gonna grab a little bit of Exotica with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus. So it has like a boom, and I really like how this color applies. It's a really pretty shimmery. And then I just go back to blend with the chocolate syrup color. I'm going on the lower lash line with mint chocolate, which is my favorite color. But as you can see, this is not very pigmented as well. So I'm gonna put this Makeup Forever liner, so the color like grabs into it and it gets more pigmented. So I'm gonna put like right now a second layer of the mint chocolate color. And I think after doing this, it looks really good, like the green is popping, and I really like how this looks. I'm gonna put a little bit of pearl candy in the middle of my eye so it opens it, and I'm going in with my roller lash from Benefit, which is my absolute favorite mascara. And I'm also gonna put a little bit of that in my lower lash line. So this is a look right here. I really like it. I tried to use like some of these colors right over here that were not in this little palette, so you can see like different things, and I really like it, liked how it turned out. The only thing I have to say is that I had to put 2 or 3 coats of the darker colors for them to show up on my skin, and I'm really pale as you can see. So yes, I did have to work a little bit more with this palette than I usually have to work with the chocolate palettes, but it's okay. So I'm gonna do a little bit of swatches right now, and I'm gonna do as well a comparison between these two to see if the colors and the formula is like the exact same or if it's a little bit different. And after that, I'm gonna come back with my final review, so keep on watching. So these are the 4 first colors, and they're mint chocolate, pearl candy, frosted apricot, and glaze. And as you can see, they're not very pigmented, as I said. And honestly, the green is my favorite color of these 4. And pearl candy applies nicely to the eye as well. Then we have raspberry rose, cookie dough, indulge, and sugar raisin. And these colors, on the other hand, they're like the 2 bottom are glitter infused. I do not like at all that formula that Too Faced has. It's very hard to work with them, and no. Then we have these 4 colors, and they are cake batter, lavender cake, black syrup, and banana date. And honestly, lavender cake, I was so excited for that color. I thought that color was like really unique, really different. And my favorite is black sugar. I think that is a little bit pigmented, like more than the other ones. And lastly, we have Exotica, guilt-free, chocolate syrup, and smoked sea salt. And as you can see, they're lacking a little bit of pigmentation, but Exotica is one of my absolute favorites of this palette as well. The pigment is there, and it's very shimmery. Now I'm gonna do comparison of the same shades of these 2 palettes. Starting with the first and the third color are from the small one, and the second and the fourth are from the new palette. And I think these 4 look alike, like they're very similar, and the new ones are a little bit more pigmented. Then we have these other 4 colors, which the first 2 I really think I like more than the new one. So a little bit more pink, a little bit more pigmented, and the other 2 I really like more the one in the top, which is a small one. Then we have the white and the black, which I like much more in the new palette. And for the white and for the black, I think the old palette, like the little one, is a little bit more pigmented, honestly. Then we have this 4 colors, which I think they look nothing alike. The first and the second, I definitely like more the first one. And the third and the fourth, I hate them. They're glitter infused. I do not like that formula, as I said, and they do not look similar at all. And then we have these last 4 shades, which I really like the first and the second. I think they're really alike. They're really pigmented. And the third and the fourth, the color is not the same, but no. So there you have the swatches. Honestly, there's so many like glitter infused shadows in here, and I do not love that type of formula. On another hand, these two have a lot of similarities. Some colors are better in here, some colors are better in here, and they're definitely not the same, or most of them are not the same. But overall, I'm really disappointed that most of these colors aren't here, because I really wanted this to be something different. And even though I love these 3 colors, like these 2 colors here, and then I really love this color here, I do not think this palette is worth it. I really don't. I think the shadows blend good, but not extraordinary. And when you compare this one to the other Too Faced palettes, like the chocolate bars, this is not up there. And I also tried the Clover palette a few weeks ago. I have that video linked down below if you want to see it in Spanish. And that palette was awesome. Let me tell you, like the colors, the blendability, everything I loved. And this, I'm kind of disappointed. I really do not love this. And I'm never going to recommend to you something I don't really love. So if you liked this video and you want me to start doing more videos in English, thumbs up this video and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what were your thoughts on this palette, and if you have this one and if you like it. I hope you like this review. I hope you like this video in English, and I might be doing more. So subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.